Hello, my name is Caitlin and I'm in 7th grade at Clark Shaw Magnet School. Today I have my grandmother, Sandra Sieck, here with me to discuss the changes in kids and teenagers from when she was younger to kids and teenagers now. First off, what did you do for fun when you were younger?
Well, thank you, Caitlin, for the interview. The school and family was the center of our universe, and at family, we look forward to holidays and new children being born in our family, and spending a lot of time at the dinner table and talking about our day. And school, we was in sports and dances, and even went to picnics at our school teacher's house.
That's cool. So how is that different from what kids and teenagers do today?
Well, today I would look at it in three different ways. One is the culture's different, one is the economics is different, and one I think safety. So if you talk about the culture, I'd just like to give you some examples. One is like if you went to the movies, we bought tickets and actually planned our day and dressed and went to the movies. Today you have Netflix, you have movies on TVs, you have your cell phones and iPads, and so quite different there. We actually pictures, we took all of our pictures with what we called instant Polaroid cameras. And I know that they have a few of those coming back now today, but it was a big deal back then. But today you use more your sophisticated cameras with high powered lenses. Another example is just like writing essays. We had to go to the library and we did extensive research. And today it's all at your fingertips. It's called Google, Yahoo, computers, and all the research is just right there in front of you. That's quite different, Caitlin, than it was back whenever I was growing up. Playtime, basically we went out in the yard or into the park and we played until it was dinner. And then we would hear a bell ring. We would come in. We would have our dinner with our family, which was a must. All the family had to sit at the dinner table at the same time. We would discuss everything we did all day. And soon it was over, then we'd go back to play till it was actually almost bedtime. Today is quite different. If you have free time or playtime, or the parents say you need to go play, most kids go to their rooms, and now it's all about the cell phone, their iPads, or video games. And of course, there's a lot of other things that are quite different in the culture, but let's move into the economics. So, even with economics, back when I was growing up, in 1968, I was your age, Caitlin. I was 12. And gasoline prices were like maybe 30 cents.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. Today they're running $2.50 to $3, and that's even in a time where gas is down a little bit. You had things like car prices. I can remember when I bought my first car, it was about $3,000. Now cars are $25,000, $35,000. I mean, that's actually quite a difference. Candy bars were 5 cents. Today, you're lucky if you can get a candy bar, like a Snickers bar, for 75 cents, maybe even $1.50. And in some vending machines, Caitlin, they're like $2 and $2.50. It's unbelievable. I can remember as a child when I was in elementary school, we would actually look forward to going through the fire station to get a drink. And I had to have a nickel and a penny because they were 6 cents. So we would cut through the fire station, put our nickel and penny in there, and get our drink, and then we were on the way home. So there's a lot of things that are different even than the economics of 1956, and even when I grew up when I was your age in 1968, than it is in 2018. Safety, I would think, is a big one. Police officers, that was our neighborhood best friend. They would stop by, we would, talk to them. If the ice cream truck was there, they would have an ice cream with us. They'd come to the park, sometimes even play ball with us in the park. Today, a lot of people view police officers as enemies. And that's really a shame because that's really our safety net. And so we really need to really kind of manipulate that safety and culture a little bit because times have changed. If you go to, let's say, Walmart, you have to watch your surroundings. You have to look at your car before you get in it. You have to look under your car, and you have to make sure your doors are locked. So quite different with safety factors. Your neighborhoods, basically, where we used to go out and just run the neighborhood till dark, now your parents really have to look at where are you going? Why are you going there? What time are you going to be back? What friends are you with? And even down to the point where we really now are beginning to screen people a little bit more. So you can see, looking back, Caitlin, with the culture and, of course, the economics and the safety of today, it's quite different than it was when I grew up in 1956. And again, even looking at your age at 1968.
That's a lot of differences. And another thing I wanted to talk about is the difference in how kids and teenagers treat each other and different people. So, how did they treat each other when you were younger?
Our friends were, again, as we talked about earlier, it was family, and school was the center of our universe. So in the center of our universe, talking about school, that's where we met our friends, and they become just a daily part of our lives. And today it's like, it's not worried about who your friends are. You're always worried about, or people are, who's doing what to when and what time are they doing it, instead of really understanding and socializing and doing the things that we did, laying in the grass and just talking, playing baseball. I mean, doing hopscotch. That was a big thing. Even Chinese hopscotch was a big deal. Quite different the way it was in 1956 and growing up than it is today.
Yeah, now kids will text each other when they're 2 feet from each other.
Yes, and I will even say, I think probably the biggest difference, Caitlin, is respect. We even had respect for our friends just like we did our family. We were taught that we had to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. And when we looked at people, we had to look at them straight in the eyes. That was respect. Today, now, when you talk to kid or a kid to an adult, very little eye contact, and a lot of them go, yeah, no, or just ignore you. So I think that that's quite different than it was back when I was growing up.
Well, thank you for discussing these topics with me.
Well, you're very welcome, and good luck to your class.